Hi everyone, Reverend Dominic here, and welcome to what will be a weekly video posting through the season of Lent, right up to Easter. In fact, a little bit beyond Easter. And I know it's not the season of Lent quite yet. That begins next Wednesday with Ash Wednesday, but I thought I'd give a little heads up to the importance of this season of Lent and the importance of that in our faith life before we actually begin that journey. Lent is a really important time in the church year, and it gives us many opportunities to deepen our faith in God and grow closer to Christ in the process. Lent is the oldest of the seasons on the Christian calendar, and it encompasses the 6 weeks prior to Easter. It is 40 days long, but does not include Sundays. And that's because while the theme of Lent is one of confession and repentance, each Sunday is to be thought of as a mini Easter. The 40 days mirror the 40 days that Jesus spent in the wilderness after his baptism. And during that time, he fasted and was tempted by Satan before he began his public ministry. I have a bit more on this in the recent newsletter article, if you want to catch up on it there a little bit more. As I say, the theme of Lent is confession and repentance, and it often takes on a kind of downbeat tone in many churches. Alleluias are not spoken or sung. The sanctuary is stripped of colors and paraments during this time, particularly going into Holy Week and right before Easter. At our church, we don't do those things, but we do become much more intentional about faith formation and identifying those things that inhibit our connection to God. More about that in a moment. The culmination of Lent is Holy Week. It's the week right before Sunday, and it begins with Palm Sunday, the remembrance of Jesus' entry into Jerusalem to cheering crowds who are waving palms. It includes Maundy Thursday, the remembrance of the Last Supper. It includes Good Friday, remembrance of the crucifixion, and it includes Holy Saturday, the vigil at the tomb of Jesus. And it all begins, as I mentioned, with Ash Wednesday. And if you've ever been to an Ash Wednesday worship service, you do get the feeling that you're participating in something that is very old, something that goes back literally thousands of years. Olive oil, which is a symbol of a healing, is mixed with ash, which is a symbol of sin and repentance. And if done correctly, you feel the weight of your sin and the availability of Christ's healing all at the same time. And it can be a very powerful experience. People often give things up for Lent. Traditionally, people give things up for Lent, things that are extravagances or indulgences, things that can replace your dependence on God. That's why they're given up. And during Lent this year, I'll be using these video postings to prepare us for what we will be confessing and striving to give up during the call to worship on the coming Sunday. So these Thursday postings will be about the upcoming Sunday. During each Sunday during Lent, during the call to worship, we'll extinguish a candle. There'll be 6 candles for the 6 Sundays of Lent on the communion table, and we'll extinguish one each week that represents something that blocks our connection to God, a habit or an attitude. These will be things that we do personally as well as socially that create hurdles in our faith development and cause suffering to ourselves and to others. So each Thursday, beginning next Thursday, I'll be talking about what that will be for the next Sunday so that you can take full advantage of that call to worship and bring that into your weekday life beyond Sunday morning. So Lent, there's a lot there with Lent. It's supposed to be a difficult season, an honest season, a season of honesty, but it's also a very rewarding season in our faith life as we companion with Christ on his journey to the cross and to the empty tomb. So I hope you'll join us, and I'll see you next Thursday.